Hello, 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 families and friends. This is your man Kofi Nkrumah. I am standing right here in Prague 6 in front of the Embassy of Ghana. Humanitas Afrika is starting a new series for our YouTube channel, Ubuntu is Parada. And our new series is called Diplomatic Files, Czech Republic. It's going to be our new series that is going to profile the ambassadors from Africa, ambassadors from Latin America, and other diplomats in Czech Republic. We are going to profile them, talk about the personalities, the ambassadors themselves. We are going to talk about the work that they are doing here and the work that the embassies are doing. As you know, our focus is Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, in collaboration with Czech Republic, Eastern and Central Europe. And everything that we are doing is to promote the collaboration, closer ties between these countries, among these nations, within these continents. So this is the first in our series, Diplomatic Files, Czech Republic, starting with the Ghana Embassy and the Ghana Ambassador. We hope to bring you a very interesting interview for our first edition in the series. Follow us. Let's go. Nice to see you. So here we have entered the Ghana Embassy in Prague. And we are meeting our sister, the name is?
Eunice.
Sister Eunice.
Yes.
And Sister Eunice, you are the...
I'm the confidential secretary.
Sister Eunice is the confidential secretary at the Ghana Embassy in Prague, Czech Republic. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
We are happy to come.
Okay.
Your Excellency. Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Here with me is the Ambassador of Ghana in the Czech Republic, His Excellency Nyasembi. When did you have the idea, when did you have the feeling to become a diplomat, and what was the motivation?
When I went to Ghana to do my national service, I had a friend called Mr. Frank Ameo. We completed together, but I was still in Nigeria. He went back home, and he started work at the Foreign Ministry as a national service person. So when I went back home to do my service, I used to visit him, and that was the time I have the opportunity to see what the diplomats are doing, what the foreign service is for. So I started developing that idea. And luckily for me, I joined the Public Services Commission, where I handle the foreign service schedule. So I've been meeting the diplomats, they come for their interviews, and it's from there that the ideas of being a diplomat came into being. And from there, I worked hard on it. And after some time at the Public Services, I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Around what date did you join the diplomatic service, and what are some of the countries you served in?
Yeah, Kofi, I joined the service in 2002. After working for the Public Services, I worked at the Public Services for 10 years. So from 2002, I joined the Foreign Service. I made the first attempt in 1997. It couldn't go through, and the second attempt was in 2002, where I entered as a middle-level officer. Yeah. So from there, I served at base for some time at the Administration Bureau. And the Administration Bureau, I was with the Americas Bureau, and from there I was posted to Rome. I was in Rome for 4 years. I went to Rome in 2005 and returned in 2009. After Rome, I came back to base, worked for some period of time. I was posted to Malabo,
Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, for 4 years. So I came back home, worked for some time. I was posted to Havana.
Cuba.
I was in Havana for 1 year. And after that, there was the need for my office to call me back to head office to go and serve in Lagos as the Consul General of Ghana in Lagos. So I served there for 3 years and then left Lagos in 2016 back home, and that was the time I had the opportunity, my minister recommended me for appointment as an ambassador.
So when did you arrive in Czech Republic? When did you arrive in Prague? And what are some of your first impressions, if you may share them with us?
Yeah, Kofi, we had our orientation back home in April, and it was, we had a 1 month orientation before I came over here. I had my appointment letter in August, and I reported here in September and for my impression, you know, even when we were in the elementary school, we know we did geography. As students, you come together and say, okay, you mention a country and you ask somebody to locate that country on the map. So that was where I had the idea of the Czechoslovakia. So since then, I knew Czechoslovakia, and I did geography in the secondary school, sixth form. So I'm aware of the country Czechoslovakia, and I know it was in Eastern Europe. And I had a cousin who was trained here, so I had a noble idea about this country before coming here.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the location of the Ghanaian embassy? Are you satisfied with your staff? And are you satisfied with the work that is being done here?
Yes, Kofi, the location is all right. It's good because it is a diplomatic enclave. Most of the missions are along this line. So it is a good location. People going to other embassies will definitely see our embassy. And it is a strategic position for our nationals. If they want to visit, they can easily visit here. I have satisfaction because when I give a job to somebody to do, they deliver on time. How do they receive the visitors here? They do it nicely. So I'm satisfied with their job. And I'm also happy that we work together as a team. You know, we plan together as a team, work together as a team, and I know we'll achieve great results.
Thank you for that. So that brings me to my next question then. How many Ghanaian ambassadors served in this embassy before you?
Kofi, you know, this embassy, we had the diplomatic relations with the Czech Republic, the then Czechoslovakia in 1959. And in 61, our first ambassador was posted here in 1961. So from there, the last one, before I came, left in 2020, number 15. So I'm number 16.
And I want to ask, exactly when did Ghana establish diplomatic ties with the Czech Republic?
Kofi, as I rightly said, we established our diplomatic ties with the Czech Republic in 1959. And in 61, we posted an ambassador here. And since then, there was no break. Yeah.
In that sense, how would you describe the existing long-standing diplomatic relation between Czech Republic and Ghana? How would you describe it?
It's excellent because as a country, we have not broken that chain. We've been here for a long time. And then I also know that the Czech Republic, we have trained a lot of students here. The Czech Republic has given us scholarship in the past to train most of our students here. And some are in strategic positions in Ghana before and even now. And still, we have people who train here. Some have established hospitals in Ghana. Some are building bridges in Ghana. You know, so it's a lot. We have a very cordial relationship. And I know my tenure at this time, with the help of Ghanaians who are already here, they will help us to achieve more for our country, to build up a very, very strong and deepen our relations.
Give us an example of some of the benefits specifically that have come out of this.
A Ghanaian businessman here who is building bridges in Ghana. A Ghanaian medical officer here who has opened up a medical bone marrow, you know, rehabilitation center in Ghana. So that's the benefit. And then the Czech Republic is helping us to build bridges in Ghana, to build hospitals in Ghana. So those are some of the benefits that we have achieved so far. I also want to give a critical example. You know, if someone is concerned with your security, you know, that's a very nice thing. So the Czech Republic is helping in our security. They are helping to train our soldiers. You know, we buy some few things from here to prop up our security system in Ghana. And it's interesting to know that, you know, cyber security is one of the most interesting things these days. And if you don't secure your information or whatever comes from the government, you know, it can be hijacked easily. Therefore, the Czech Republic in recent times is collaborating with our country so that we can secure, to give us cyber security.
That then is connected then with my next question. Would you describe the Czech Republic as an important development partner for Ghana?
Yes, the Czech Republic definitely, with all that I have said, you know, Czech Republic is a serious development partner for Ghana. Like for example, when the COVID-19, last 2 years or last year, the COVID-19 period, the Czech Republic has given us some COVID medicine. They've donated to us, you know, so you know that they have us at the back of their mind, you know.
Yeah, so we are the embassy, so let's talk about the embassy a little bit and what you do here. So yes. Please tell the public, what are the main functions of the Ghanaian embassy in Prague, and what are the sections, different departments that we have here, you have at the embassy?
Thank you, Kofi. Kofi, you know, as you know, we have the basic definition of what diplomats do. You know, we represent our countries and protect the interests of our nationals in whichever country we are. Therefore, I'm here to represent my government and to protect the interests of Ghanaians living in the Czech Republic. You know, I have to initiate and facilitate strategic agreements with the Czech Republic. If we want to do something, I have to take the initiation and report home. And also, I have to provide information on the Czech Republic to Ghana, and then vice versa, I can also provide information on Ghana to the Czech Republic in which area they may want. So those are some of the things we do. And it is also very important to know that in the current sphere that we talk about economic diplomacy, it is the duty of the ambassador or the duty of the embassy to promote the interests of Ghana over here in terms of economic activity. So that is one of our trademarks. We have to do that. And also it is our duty to promote trade and commerce between Ghana and the Czech Republic. You know, as a developing countries, we need technology to develop. Therefore, Czech Republic is a developed country. I think they are technologically they are number 8 on the list in Europe here. Therefore, we have to tap from that knowledge technologically also to help our country. You know. And apart from all those things that I mentioned, we also know that we have what we call cultural diplomacy, economic diplomacy, dollar diplomacy, where countries may use their strength, their financial resources to influence you, you know. But most of the time, as we are talking, Ghana and Czech Republic, we are very close. We engage in the various types of diplomacy for the benefit of our people.
One of the important functions of the embassy is also issuing visas.
Yes,
right?
COVID, yeah.
So yes. I just want to ask you, how long does it take, for example, for the embassy to issue a visa to a potential traveler to Ghana? And is it possible to apply for Ghana visa online in these days?
Yes, Kofi, we are not that we are toying with the idea. The government of Ghana is seriously considering e-visa, which will come into stream very soon, you know. And taking a visa here is, provided the applicant provides the necessary information that is needed, it will take less than 3 days to get a visa from us here.
Okay.
From a tourist visa to get a visa from us here. So, and then we have other types of visas. We have business visas. We have diplomatic visas that diplomatic missions we issue to them. We student visa, if a student from here has gained admission in Ghana, and provide all the necessary documentation, we can easily give a visa.
You said generally that it takes about 3 days if you have everything.
Yes.
That is for the tourist visa or for all visas? For diplomatic visa, it takes 3 days too. For business visa, does it take 3 days? So please.
The diplomatic visa for diplomats, it can even take 1 day. We can even do it in 1 day. The maximum will be 3 days or 2 days. The maximum will be 3 days, but between 1 to 3 days, we can easily issue a diplomatic visa. And then for the tourist visa, the maximum time, tourist visa and business visas, the maximum time can be 10 days, depending on the information you supply to us. So when you have all the details, it won't take time. You only tell Accra, these people are coming on business visits, and that's it. So getting visa with us doesn't take time. The maximum will be 10 days for all types of visas. You mentioned tourism. You know, tourism has become one of the major sources of income for many countries in the world. I was just looking at a report submitted to me, and I've noted that the first quarter and second quarter, we had about 200 people, tourists going to Ghana, you know, which is not...
This year?
This year, it's too small. Therefore, what can we do? All that we need to do now is to revive or to sell Ghana over here through those who school here, through some of you who are doing business here, so that we project Ghana. Because if you project Ghana and they know Ghana is a place that you can visit, I mentioned those things that you can see, a lot of people will have the interest to go. But another question is, what about the fare to Ghana? You know, the fare, you know.
You mean the air ticket?
The air ticket is very expensive to Africa. You know? So I think that is one of the major issues that is affecting tourists visiting Africa, and Ghana in particular. But we can still work on that if we have a travel and tour company here. I mean, if somebody has, you know, developed that
special agency,
yes, they can use chartered planes, which will be cheaper. You know, because if you have a huge number of people, you can easily go and get a good accommodation. A lot of people can go. So we are thinking of that, and very soon we will contact some of you so that we think about that possibility.
Now we have talked about Czech tourists traveling to Ghana. Do you know if there are Czech people, ordinary people, apart from diplomats, who are settled in Ghana?
Yes, apart from diplomats. You know, Czech is part of the EU. And a lot of people from the EU are working for international organizations in Ghana. And I happen to meet about 3 or 4 people who are Czechs from Czech Republic working for other international organizations in Ghana. You know, sometimes people go there privately to do their own businesses with their Ghanaian counterparts. Therefore, I may not be able to zero it on, maybe I know 100 people Czech, about 100 of them working in Ghana, but there are Czech people working in Ghana. Yes. Okay. And those who have dual citizenship, Ghana and Czech.
Okay, yeah.
They are operating businesses in Ghana too.
Also, yeah, that is maybe very interesting. There is this agreement between Czech Republic and Ghana that people could have dual citizenship.
Yeah, specifically, I don't know whether we have an agreement like that, but Ghana is open for dual citizenship. But I have to find out on this particular thing.
Okay, I think it's an interesting point.
To see whether we have an agreement on dual citizenship with the Czech Republic.
What about companies? Do you receive inquiries from Czech businesses wanting to do business in Ghana?
People send emails to us that want to do businesses in Ghana. Sometimes I receive those directly through my email. Sometimes they call the receptionist to find out doing business in Ghana. But also companies here, some of the companies talk directly to our people, to nationals of Ghanaians who are here. And they sometimes connect them to Accra, connect them to businesses. But I want to say at this point that it's always very important for companies who want to work in Ghana to route their requests or their inquiries through the mission. Because sometimes you know how vulnerable the whole world has become to this, to 419 people or to fraudsters, to scammers. Therefore, it's always good if they make their inquiries here, and we can easily connect them to businesses in Ghana, or to the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, or to the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and the relevant ministries and departments that can assist them to operate in Ghana.
What does Ghana import and export to Czech Republic and vice versa?
We have a big potential in Ghana. We have the export processing zone. And I would like to say at this point in time that businesses from Czech can locate at those processing zones, produce whatever goods they want to produce, and bring it over here at a very low cost. From Czech Republic, basically I think we import machineries. Machineries. We import medicine too, we get some medicine from here. Individuals too come here to buy building materials. Yes, so those are some of the things we get from here. Yeah.
And what about Czech?
Basically, it will be agricultural products.
Agricultural products.
Agricultural products, fish, and other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you describe the relationship existing, the diplomatic relation existing between the African embassies, now not only Ghana, the African embassies and the Czech Foreign Ministry?
Oh, Kofi, we have a very great relationship, a brilliant one, of course, and I want to mention here that our dean, the dean of the African Diplomatic Corps, who is from Egypt, has been doing a marvelous work, and through his initiative, we have had on a number of occasions to meet the foreign ministry officials who always brief us, and we were told that Africa is on the agenda of the Czech Foreign Ministry. Therefore, I know we have a very great relationship. Recently, we had a forum, health forum, where the Czech Republic invited some countries from Africa, especially Ghana, Egypt, South Africa, Kenya, a number of countries, you know, because Czech is doing a lot of work in the health sector in Africa. Therefore, they invited people from those countries, you know, to here for the forum. So it's a good thing. They are helping us, and we are also learning more. We are also learning a lot from the Czech Republic.
Okay, then, based on your personal observation so far, okay, would you say that it will be in the interest of Ghana and Africa to develop closer development ties with Czech Republic, Eastern Europe, and Central Europe? Should we look to the East and Central instead of?
Yeah. Kofi, you know, we've been with the West for a very long time. And our relations with the West dates back so many years. That I know our relations, I'm not talking about only Ghana, about the whole of Africa. Our presence in Central and Eastern Europe was not, it had a very limited time. Then I know that this time, we also have to look up to the Central and Eastern European countries to see what we can do together, just as we've been doing with the West.
So, is there a sizable Ghanaian community in the Czech Republic? And if so, do you have any relationship with the Ghana community in the Czech Republic?
Yeah, we have a vibrant small community here in the Czech Republic. And most of them are students. And then those who completed their education here and they have decided to base here and work. So that's another group of Ghanaians we have here. The third group of Ghanaians we have will be those who travel from Ghana to come and work here. You know, in Ghana, in the palace, we say they are here to hustle. You know, we have those different type of Ghanaians here. And but the greater majority are students. And when we look at totality, we may have almost getting to 1,000, we say from 500 to 1,000 Ghanaians living in the Czech Republic. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to have a meeting with the Ghanaians, and we're trying to revive the Ghanaian National Association here.
What is your personal vision to enhance the already good relation existing between Czech Republic and Ghana? Your personal vision. What do you want to be remembered for after your tenure, your contribution?
Yes. It is the desire of every ambassador that wherever you have served, you need to leave a footprint. And the footprint I want to leave here, first is to have a strong Ghanaian association here, so that they will know at the tenure of this person we have done this. Secondly, I also, on the part of Ghana-Czech relationship, I want it to move whereby we can have a strong business connection, investment from Czech to Ghana, and if possible, if Ghanaians wanted to come and invest here, they can also have the opportunity to come and invest here. So those are the things we are looking up to. And my vision, another vision of mine, is also to be able to bring a strong business delegation from Ghana to visit Czech. And above all, to invite our president to visit here.
Good. What about culture?
We want to have a program that we can bring a cultural troupe from Ghana, you know, to the Czech Republic, you know, working closely with the mayors, we call them mayors?
Mayors, the mayor's office.
The mayor's office, so that we can work closely together, so that we expose our culture to the Czech Republic. And I also wanted to call on some of our nationals here, if it's possible, so that we work closely with the television stations here. We can take a crew from here to Ghana, or so that we can show the various, we can show Ghana as a whole to the Czech Republic.
You are ambassador in Czech Republic. Are you also accredited, responsible to other countries in this region?
Yes, yes. In Eastern and Central Europe, we don't have so many embassies. Therefore, the embassy here in Prague, we take care of the Republic of North Macedonia, we take care of Romania, we take care of Hungary, we taking care of Poland, and then Slovakia. So those are the countries under our jurisdiction. And I want to mention at this point that we have an honorary consul in Romania and one in Hungary and also in Slovakia.
So for the period that you have been here, what is it in the Czech Republic that you can say that you like or impresses you?
Yes, you know, a lot of things. I'm happy about so many things, but the most important thing is that Czech Republic is a very, very peaceful country. The security is secured. That's the primary thing. So we are secured here, and I like that. And the people are very friendly. You know, they are friendly people. The environment is clean, and those are some of the things I like about this place. You know, and importantly, the people you meet once in a while, they speak English, and that is very interesting and it's good. And if Ghanaians can learn from that, especially those back home, if they can also learn the French, so that, you know, we can interact. You know, our neighbors in Ghana, they are all French-speaking countries, you know. So that's a very good thing I want to say about Czech Republic. Even though they have their own language, they learn the English, and it's helping them.
Czechs are very proud of their beer.
Yes.
In terms of beer, yes. When you want to make friends with Czech people, it's quite quicker when you know how to drink beer. Yeah. Do you like Prague?
I like Prague. Prague has a beautiful scenery, you know. Prague has historic buildings, the forts and castles, you know. I like Prague.
Oh, okay.
And where I'm staying is on the hill, and you can see the whole of Prague.
At this moment, I would like to thank you, and I just want to ask you if you have anything to say as a concluding note to the fruitful conversation we have had.
Yes, Kofi Nkrumah, thank you so much for being here today. And I would like to use this opportunity to impress upon my Czech people, the Foreign Ministry and all departments that we are working with, that we are here to do business with them, and our arms are open. They can call on us anytime, any day, anywhere, and we are ready to exchange our views on a number of things and work as a team for the betterment for the people of Ghana and Czech. And also tell my Ghanaian people that we are here for them. Anytime they have any challenge, they can come to us, and they should work closely with other Ghanaians as a team, so that we can build our country, Ghana. Those who have friends, Czech friends, can invite them to Ghana, you know, anytime, any day. Thank you, Kofi.
Your Excellency, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being the first ambassador to have a conversation with on the new series that we are starting, Diplomatic Files, Czech Republic. We are pleased to talk to you. We are happy to visit your embassy, and we will continue to collaborate with you during the time that you will be here. And we wish you good luck and big success during your diplomatic tenure here. Please follow us through. Wait for the next conversation with the next ambassador. Thank you, thank you, thank you.